we should do that. Um, so I'm gonna turn the music off. It is probably gonna be loud. They already have Christmas decorations out. Fucking hell. A crime. A crime.
I
Um,
knew him as Solus. Smart,
listen. Yep.
thoughtful, loved to hear himself talk.
Uh huh.
But long ago, he had a different name. The Dreadwolf. Ancient elven god of lies, or heroic rebel against tyranny, depending on which story you believe. In his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods, Solus imprisoned them, creating a veil that split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality.
Eggy boy.
Now, Solus wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused, even if that means our world has to burn. Somebody's gotta stop him. And that's where you come in.
That is where we come in. Okay, we're gonna be. Let me move my mic. There we are. We are gonna import this person, Lilia. I'm gonna say Mercer. You get a specific last name depending on the faction you chose. So, hi. This is Lilia. She's a mage. Look at her little face. She's a part of the Shadow Dragons, and they are an underground resistance group opposing corrupt rulers and slavery within Tevinter. Coming from all walks of life, Shadow Dragons are determined to bring justice to the people. Light in the dark, gain reputation with the Shadow Dragons more quickly. We deal increased damage versus the Venatori, which are like blood mages, and our class specific resource regenerates slightly faster. So these are the different outfits. This is our kind of classic when we're at home. This is out on the street, and then this is our big magey armor. I quite like it. There are different ones that you can pick through. Rook risked everything to liberate the enslaved people of Tevinter, even knowing it would anger the ruling elite. The foundling Rook was adopted into a military family and joined the Shadow Dragons to fight from the shadows for change in Minrathous, which is where we start the game. While guarding a visiting dignitary who was investigating a slavery ring in the nearby city of Nessus, Rook concluded that the mission would fail without throwing caution to the wind. Alone, she sneaked the dignitary deep into Venatori-controlled zones and brought him back, along with the rescued slaves. These actions brought Rook to the Venatori's attention, and the Shadow Dragons decided to keep Rook out of sight. We're gonna do the adventure combat preset. I think that's the most like basic standard. Shadow Dragons Unite! I'm so excited. Okay. This is our voice.
Time to get to work. What's he been saying now?
I went for the kind of like Northern English. We're also gonna customize our Inquisitor. I don't know if we can import, but we are gonna make them. So I'm gonna try and do this as quickly as possible, because we want our Llewellyn to look like they do. going to try and do this really quickly. And we're going to pray that it doesn't shit us out and ruin the stream. Also, Pet, thank you. Be vertically inspired. How are you, my love? I hope you're doing well. Okay. This is on low graphics, pals. Which is insanity to me. Also, music in Inky's creation screen is the same as in Inquisition. And I'm crying. Also, yeah, she was really pale. So the only thing that I want to do is are we making Lae'zel? We're making our Llewellyn, who we played as, who romanced Solus in Inquisition. But the only thing that she had quite like a wide jaw. She also had a bit of a chin bump. She's a little skinny malinky. Because that's what you got when you made an elf in Inquisition. She wasn't tall, but she wasn't small. Okay, eyes. She had big bug eyes. Like, big bug eyes. And eyebrows, she had quite bushy eyebrows. Not quite as bushy as that. They were quite feathery. Yeah, something like this. And she had really dark hair. She had purple eyes with green in the middle. Meow, be bardically inspired. So I don't know if doing this as green would be better, and then doing this as purple. Well, I think it has to be green. And then... yeah, that's it. Hey, you got a crit! A big shout out for you! Well done! Nose shape. Quite like this one. Big strength card. Well done. We love that energy. Okay, one other thing that she had was she had quite thick lips. Moment to appreciate. Yes. Let's go, lesbians! And then ear shape. Okay, hair. It's been like, what, 8 years? She's gonna have long hair. Like, she's just not cut it since type deal. The character development here? Yes. The character development. Look at this. Waist length hair. Now, in Inquisition, she had quite bold makeup. But part of me feels like as the years have went on, that's really shifted. Papa, I see you. I see you. Man, she had quite intense blush. She looks so pretty. And I'm not gonna give her any, like, scars or anything. Except changes. Okay, this is our Llewellyn. Look at her little robot hand. It's got the symbol of the Inquisition on it. Lana Llewellyn.
I won't let this stand.
Oh!
We need to move!
It's my girlie. Okay. Customize your world state. She romanced Solus. He possessed knowledge beyond any mortal, yet even the Dreadwolf could not foresee what it would mean to fall in love. Though Solus hid his past from the Inquisitor, the more time they spent together, the more precious that time became. Their connection was passionate and undeniable. Solus mourned that his duty to the past forced him to leave her in the end, but the Inquisitor knew what they had might not be so quick to fade. We also disbanded the Inquisition. The Inquisitor made a rare decision to give up power before it was corrupted any further. She saw that the Inquisition had grown so large it had become easy for others to misuse the many resources at its disposal. The Inquisitor disbanded it all and let her people choose new paths of their own. We also vowed to save Solus from himself. Solus vanished in order to put his plans into motion. The Inquisitor refused to give up on him. The Inquisitor believed she saw genuine regret in Solus, and that he didn't truly want to go through with his plans. She vowed to save her friend from dooming both the world and himself. The Inquisitor's influence had diminished, but still she had contacts who began searching for the Dreadwolf. That's her. So that's our past adventures from the Inquisition finalised. For a future playthrough, I'm thinking of having a Grey Warden Rook, and in my own headcanon it's going to be the kid of the Warden from Origins. Since the timeline origin-wise is 23 years ago, from that perspective, Rook could be of the right age. I absolutely see that. I feel like Lilia has a sort of inquisitorial-esque look about her with the dark hair and the purple eyes. And she's... I'm gonna be making all of the sarcastic choices. So... let's go. Are we ready? It looks good. I haven't had any dropped frames. So I'm just gonna get out the character creator and we're just gonna go.
What's he been saying now?
So Lilia Mercer, Elven, non-binary, she, her, because they didn't have a she, they pronouns, mage of the Shadow Dragons.
So, where were we? Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Minrathous, capital of the Tevinter Imperium. But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert.
This is Nev.
So, naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin. With the seediest bar in town. And a missing contact.
Let's try this again. Where's Nev Gallus?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
Low graphics. Low graphics where?
It's not a demand, it's an offer. Telling me what I need to know, it's the smart play here.
How'd you figure, sweet talker?
Nev Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I need to know where she is. We were supposed to meet here, in your bar. But you let Venatori cultists drag her away.
I didn't let them. They paid me.
So answer my questions and walk away with the coin. Or spend it cleaning up the place when I'm through. Your choice.
You're adorable. Dumat Plaza. That's where you'll find Nev Gallus.
Thank you.
You want to get yourself killed fighting the Venatori? It's your ass.
That offer's good for all of you too. No?
If they won't listen to you, they can always listen to Bianca.
Your friend Nev Gallus is at Dumat Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although for the record, you might be too charming for your own good.
She's still pretty. Varric has seen that you like talking your way out of things. Yeah. I'm gonna adjust. Can I go into the settings right now? I don't think I can. I'm trying to adjust audio because it is gonna get loud. Just stick it down here for just now.
See, you say that? But we do have Nev's location now, so...
Don't get cocky.
Come on. Harding will be worried.
All right. Break's over.
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her. The Archon's palace. Something must have gotten them riled up.
Look. Look at this. Look at this. Right, let me get into the settings for audio. Just how is this low? Right? Low graphics. This is what I'm saying. Ultra, I want someone to reach through and kiss me. Let's save here. New save. Wah, wah, wee, wah. Wah, wah, wee, wah. Alright. And then let me... So it swaps really easily between mouse and keyboard and controller, which Inquisition, obviously a much older game, didn't do that. You were either one or the other and you'd have to, like, I know, look at the rain puddles. Obviously, there may be things that aren't fully perfect graphically because we are on low settings, but when you go into the settings it says that the low graphic settings is better for less powerful hardware. Now I have the recommended hardware for literally all of this game and I can play it on higher settings when I'm not streaming, but given yesterday, I don't want to risk it. And if we play it and
Should
it
we
means
be
we get
in
to
more
see
of a
it
hurry
on
to
low
get out of
graphics,
here?
we will.
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nevgalis and stop Solus.
We've got a bard over here performing. There's a lot of height in the city. There's a lot of like there's a lot of like Moroccan inspired, I want to say.
Andraste bless you.
No wonder your PC was struggling on high settings if this is the low. Bex, genuinely. How the fuck is this low settings? Also, should I move my camera? Or is it good where it is? Actually, I am gonna move it because there's stuff that comes up on the left hand side. Let me move my camera. Be this streaming at the same time as your PC is like, please, I can't do it. Which, like, valid. Also, you can like fully zoom right in at your character. There's also a photo mode, which is insane. Because I was thinking, you know, low graphics, I'm thinking like BG3 where you go into low graphics and everything clips and there's no texture whatsoever. Like, look at the depths in the city and everything. Like, you've got the water down below, you've got all the city buildings, you've got the ring up there. I know someone who's been having so much fun with photo mode. He's big on photo mode in games, so he's having a blast. Oh, I love that. I've not really ever experienced like photo mode in games, but I think it'd be something I'd maybe get more into off stream. Does that make sense? I also like that it doesn't just throw you into it. It builds the mechanics of the game slowly that I've seen thus far. Like, all we can do right now is walk.
You still think you can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
These little rope barrels, you see them in Inquisition all the time, and I felt like I was seeing an old friend. I don't know how to explain that. It's a barrel.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we...
Well, the sky's opening again.
Oh, crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go.
The sky's opening again,
Harding's
friends.
this way.
Okay,
She'll
press
get us to Dumont
left
Plaza.
stick while
Then
moving
Nev will
to
get us to
sprint.
Solus.
Left stick to sprint. Left stick to sprint. Left stick to sprint.
Watch out!
Oh. Me trying to see
Is Solus summoning demons on purpose?
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
And when the veil comes down completely?
Then the whole world is going to look a lot like this.
Okay, there is an adjustment in the texture
Come on,
of that.
this
demon.
way.
There is
It
a
should get us
slight,
to Harding.
there is a slight smoothness in that texture, which I'm not bothered about. I'm gonna kill them all.
You're safe now.
Harding.
Get inside and bar the door as quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the Veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
And what about you two? Are you okay?
Fought some demons, and the Archon's palace took a few shots at us. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Speak for yourself.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there. Where's Nevgalis? Wasn't she at the meeting point?
The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we
that's a
arrived and
pretty
paid off the
stab.
bar owner to keep it quiet.
Oh, pretty
I'm not
sad.
surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Rook, you're with the Shadow Dragons. I figured you'd know Minrathis better than I do.
Sure, but Minrathis is huge, and this is nowhere near my neighborhood. I can try.
Don't worry, scouting's my specialty. Follow me.
Eyes up. We've got company.
Okay, combat.
Demon.
Perform a light attack with the X button. Use your light attack up to 3 times in a row to create an attack chain. The last hit is a final attack that fires multiple bolts simultaneously.
Here they come.
Oh, it looks good. Oh, it looks good.
I think that's the last of them.
Good. Let's get to Dumont Plaza and find Nev. You two all right? Hatch yourselves up if you need it.
I don't get it. If Solus tears down the Veil, doesn't that destroy everything?
Solus always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was,
That world existed before the Veil, and he wants to bring it back.
even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
Loot! And we're looting. Don't mind me. I'm just exploring.
Remain in your homes. Imperial forces are containing the demons.
Templar captain. So there are Southern
Argon's
Templars.
palace. It floats over the city
No,
with a big
Northern
cannon
Templars.
pointed down at
like
its own
Tevinter
people.
Templars. Just like there's a Tevinter Chantry and the Black Divine and all of this. They have their own worlds, very similar but different. And Northern Templars, as opposed to Southern Templars, don't take lyrium. Because again, magic is not as widely regulated or as like frowned upon as it is. Hold it, everyone. The sky's ripping open. He wants to take a stroll. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. I'm taking a stroll. I've waited 10, no, I haven't waited 10 years, but people have waited 10 years. I'm gonna take a stroll. I want all the loot. The sky is ripping open, but I will be getting all of the stuff. Yeah, you stay there. I'll handle it. I think the main reason Harding returned as a companion is because she's a fan favourite, so BioWare knew people wanted her. I agree. I've awaited at least 2 years, exactly. At least 2. I am slightly getting lost. I do like that it gives you like a point of reference of like, hi, you want to go that way. So we have potions full, which is good.
You are in violation of Imperial order.
Oh no, I think that's Dumont Plaza.
trap. Let's move!
They're the ones who made trouble at the ball.
Venatory cultists!
That was very easy. Well done, B.
Hold it close! Reinforcements will be here soon!
I hate these assholes.
Looks like the Venatori put up a barrier to block the way.
Okay. It does take a little bit of getting used to. It is taking me a little bit to get used to the mechanics of... Oh wow.
More intruders!
Avenge our fallen brethren!
Friendly bunch of cultists, aren't they?
Used to fight these assholes every day in the Shadow Dragons.
Glad you kept up practice.
All citizens must remain indoors until the magical anomaly is fully contained.
Like, low graphics, and you can see all the details on these. Like, this doesn't feel like low graphics at all. I can't express how impressed I am. My brain struggled at first to comprehend the action style combat since I'm so used to Inquisition. Yeah. It does feel much more Mass Effect-y, which I'm not mad about. I enjoy the action of Mass Effect and getting from one place to another. I also did enjoy a
Guess
lot of
we're
aspects
sliding
of the
down.
open world of Inquisition, so I'm a little bit interested to see how much, of I think it might be more story focused in terms of what happened in Inquisition, or referenced at least, and then more Dragon Age, Origins, and Mass Effect. Maybe even Dragon Age 2 style.
They're allies of Nev Gallus! Kill them all!
Arcane Shot. Use RB. Select your new Arcane Shot ability.
Tetris! The Venatori own these streets!
What button is it? Ow!
Venatori, take... Get revenge!
Oh, okay.
Another barrier, but it looks like Nev's work, not the Venatori's.
Definitely Dragon Age 2 vibes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, she's so pretty.
Varric, hiding. Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solus. Nev, meet Rook. Both of you have done some work for the Shadow Dragons.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Some old friends said if I was working in Tevinter, the Shadow Dragons are worth trusting.
I just can't say no to Harding. Valid.
Nice to meet you. Based on the Venatori, you've got excellent taste in enemies.
I do my best.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solus in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go. Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
All citizens in the Canal District must remain in their homes.
So, if we do catch Solus, or the Dreadwolf, whatever he calls himself, what's the plan?
He wants to bring down the Veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual,
demons.
so he can't fight us.
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight-up fight, we're dead.
So where are we going? Our Lady of Victory. Oh, we do want to get down there.
We can slide.
I'm getting too old for this.
So there's this green thing over there, and I really want to know what it is. But I don't think we can get to it just now. I can't believe we can finally climb. Honestly, it feels right. I'm like, yeah.
There. That's the building I tracked Solus to.
Looks like the Venatori also found it. And then demons found them.
And you can just break stuff. Yeah, that green thing over there. Maybe something's inside. Oh no. I'm gonna be breaking everything. So this is locked. So this is where we're going. Oh, hold RT. I already know how to do it.
By order of the Imperium, you must surrender immediately.
enchantment on the entrance. I can get it.
Any healing potions would be great, actually.
We should head back. Solus is probably inside.
If you're a warrior in this, you also get a range attack. Would you like to know what that range attack is? I would like to know.
So this is the Dreadwolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has been around longer than Manrathus itself.
Oh my god, Captain America Shield Bash? Fuck yeah. I'm enjoying the climbing. Murals! Doggo mural. Do they look like Tevinter people? That looks like Tevinter. Because that looks like a Tevinter mage. With the snake and everything. And based on some of the other... That looks like the Dreadwolf. And that looks like the Veil. And the mage and the Black City. What is that trying to tell us? They're pointing... Are they hunting him? Are they pissed at him? Did they ask him to do that?
Broken chains. Solus is freeing slaves.
Solus hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on.
He said the other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people. He was trying to help them.
What do you see?
No sign of Solus. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
It's an alluvian. Was this gonna do the... Oh, I do like it when it does this. I love that in games when you just get to slide, you sneak through things. I love it. Big fan.
Ancient elves doing something to a dragon, I think.
Yeah. Trying to control it, maybe?
Solus said the other elven gods were evil. If they were binding dragons, he was right about that much, at least.
More demons.
Mages can use the orb and dagger. Use X to attack with the orb and Y to attack with the dagger. I need healing potions like yesterday.
Locked. There must be a way to open it. Let's look around.
Air's full of magic. Solus used a lot of power for something.
Solus, the Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel. He's got a lot of names.
I always called him Chuckles.
Pookie! Ooh, I've got a little orb.
Nice work.
Let's see what's on the other side.
Eee. Can I, like, kick the dust off this? No. It's similar to the thing that we found when we fought Corypheus, and it had the elf in the middle. Do you remember that? I don't know. The Orban dagger, and had so much fun with it. We might have to try it. So this is a bunch of, like, this big desk. And then just like this tiny little bed with a little loot on it. It's more of a mid-range attack rather than long-range, like the staff, but you attack at a faster rate. Okay.
This the big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook?
It's called an alluvian. They're elven and very old.
It acts like a doorway from one place to
I like
another.
it. Okay.
Solus uses them to get around quickly.
He must have gone through it.
Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlethan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
And I thought the demons were bad back in Mirathas.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
So Arlethan, in the time of the ancient elves, Arlethan and Arlethan Forest was essentially the home of the ancient elves. So by association, the elven gods, the Evanuris. It's an intensely historical and historically poignant place in Thedas lore. Which would make sense why he's there.
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
Press X or Y while sprinting to perform an agile attack. Well, I didn't do that, I just killed them. Just want to double check there's nothing else here before we move on. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's giving the Crossroads a little bit with all the moving parts and the broken stone, but I suppose it's going to. And all the architecture is obviously distinctly elven. I love all the trees and the sort of the reclamation of nature around it all. You can see so much of the ways that it resembles parts of other elven structures we've been to throughout the games, as well as skyholds.
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left to light. Might want to hurry.
Yes, there are going to be loads of flashing lights, just as a heads up, pals. I'll do a little... Oh, shit, sorry. A lot of like this inspired kind of architecture. Obviously it was in the Crossroads, but I'm just thinking like the Exalted Plains, the baths specifically, the big arch windows.
Almost there. Right? It does autosave, but we will save right here just in case. Thank you for reminding me, but yes, it does autosave. Look at this big moving part of a ruin. It autosaves quite a lot. It autosaves with every decision you make as well. So it means that you can just go back to decisions really quickly, which is good.
Nothing compared to how many we'll get if Solus finishes his ritual.
So if you watch the 20-minute gameplay of the game a few months ago, oh god, a while ago now, you'll have seen that this is part of the gameplay of the run-up to seeing Solus. So I have seen this before. A pride demon.
We have to stop this demon quickly.
Watch the lightning!
How did a demon this large get through the veil?
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sensed Solus's ego.
Everyone all right?
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
I'm so excited!
All right. I'll take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
We've got your back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons!
Take care of the team for me.
That feels very final and I don't like it!
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
All right. Let's buy him some time.
I hope Varric is getting through to Solus. You better talk fast.
We can't hold these demons off forever.
The Veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Our first big decision. Nev will follow you into greater danger, or Harding will follow you into greater danger.
Let's go, Harding. Nev, keep the demons off us.
You got it.
Oh, Bianca, the poor crossbow.
This is it!
Bring down that scaffolding!
Yeah, I agree, Dick.
Why? Why tear down the veil, knowing all the lives it'll cost?
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling! We need to push it!
I'm with you.
Together! Now!
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Push! Varric! Varric! Oh no, no, no! Harding!
Let's go! This way! This way!
to Dragon Age.
You have no idea what you have done.
Solus. I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic.
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
All right, you brought me here to talk. What are we talking about?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
Blighted Elven Gods. Blighted. 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 But they were using... Right, so timeline-wise... Does that mean that the Blight predates the Tevinter magic? Right, here's my question. In the history, we had the... Basically, the Tevinter Magisters broke in... Ancient Tevinter Magisters broke into the Golden City of the Fade and corrupted it. And that's what ended up starting the Blight. I believe. So are they saying that the Blight predated that and that's when he trapped them? And if so, what the fuck is the Blight? Okay. Great. So they're blighted. Cool.
Right, you were innocently doing nothing when we came along.
The prison in which I had trapped them had begun to crumble. I was moving them to another.
So you weren't tearing down the veil and drowning the world in demons and wild magic?
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric?
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is... quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
That's really helpful. What are you, the elven god of sarcasm?
Lies, treachery, and rebellion, depending upon the story. And how could I help? I do not have my ritual dagger. I cannot access my network of mirrors to travel from the lighthouse to anywhere in the world. All I can offer is what I know.
Helpful advice from the elven god of, and I am quoting you here, lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Depending on the story.
Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Why tear down the
Depending on the
veil?
story.
You want me to take the shot?
Depending on the story.
No idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well,
Love him.
look who's still with us.
Varric, you're okay. But I saw
lives.
Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'd take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
Bianca.
What happened?
I did my best to talk sense into Solus.
Bart
But of
feels he
course,
let you
he
down.
wasn't listening.
Oh.
He never does.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Nev got everyone out. By the skin of her teeth, mostly. And before you start worrying, Harding will be fine. She's made of sterner stuff than either one of us. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
I should have come up with a better plan. I should have...
You worked with what you had. And you succeeded, by the way. World isn't drowning in demons.
It isn't over, though. We trapped Solus in the Fade, but something else got out. Something...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. Like the time you disobeyed orders while taking down that Venatori slavery ring. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook? You're awake. Sorry, I didn't mean to barge in. I was just looking for Elfroot.
No, it's fine.
Elfroot mentioned.
I was just gonna
Elfroot
stretch my
mentioned.
legs.
Oh, Rook. Watch your step out there. If you put a foot wrong, you'll fall forever. Yeah, on top of everything else, the Illuvian took us to the Fade. The place where dreams come from, so... that. Yeah.
Then I really need to look around.
Yeah, you should. And we should talk about things. Maybe find Nev. She's outside, looking around. There's a room with a table down the stairs. I'll meet you there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep. See you later, kid.
I'll protect him with my life. Quest acquired. Shadows of Ancient Arlathan. And we get all this stuff. Circlet? Ooh. Use the wardrobe to claim your rewards. Your account has been granted bonus items. You're goddamn right it did, because we paid for the deluxe version. View the appearances for you and your companions at the wardrobe. Some rewards require further story progress to become available. Time to look around. I'm very excited. Okay. Wardrobe. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. Okay. Armor slot. Appearance. Casual slot. Appearance. Okay, so we've got Armor of Belinaris. Belinaris means eternity, which is roughly the age of the golden. So this is Belinaris armor. Carolan's bolts. Space plates fixed to fine leathers. Okay. Riva's robes. Named after the elven word for freedom, these heavy leather robes with golden accents are fit for a god or a mage whose power rivals one. So there's those ones. This is our sort of tunic for casual things. This is what we were wearing. And then we've got Vestments of the Blood Dragon, which is what you get with the deluxe version. Look at it. Oh, it's very cunty. That red arm. Nom, 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 nom. Mantle of the Blood Dragon. Also, that is showing waist. It's giving waist. I think that's like definitely more rogue type. And then this is plate of the Blood Dragon. So, vestments, it seems to be the most magey. So we're gonna go with that as our armor for now. And then casual appearance, we don't really have much else that we can do casually, so I'm just gonna keep with what we've got. Offhand slot, a blade, and the spell blade of the Fallen Kingdom. Ooh. Quite like that. A mage's spellblade, it thrums with latent power once wielded to deadly effect in battles long forgotten. And then this is our two-handed weapon slot. So we have this blue one, the Acolyte Staff, or we have Stave of the Fallen Kingdom. Ooh. A staff brimming with ancient energies once harnessed by a mage of considerable power. It doesn't really match our aesthetic, so we're going to keep with the blue one. Love. Okay, Harding. We've got Old Reliable, and we also have Sunderbow. Yeah. And then Harding's armor. We've either got this one, and this is the one she was wearing, or this one. I feel like this matches the Sunderbow better. I do quite like this. I have everyone in the gold setup. Valid. Let's do the Harding's Focus for a bit and see if we like it. And Nev. Oh, Nev is just everything. Dragon coat. And that's the gold. I do like this kind of white and blue though. I would be loath to change it. Cat's eye. Snake's eye. Okay. These are really pretty. I like her right foot. Yeah, it's a snake. It's like a cobra. Love the inclusion of it. Okay, so she's looking for Elfroot. Check in with Nev. Introduction to the Lighthouse. Open the Codex. So with this game, as with all Dragon Age games, you have a codex which gives you extra lore, extra fun things. Introduction to the Lighthouse. Once the lighthouse was a place of learning, with tools to study the secret workings of great magic. When Solus rebelled against those who call themselves our gods, the lighthouse became his centre of operations, with tools to study the best ways to free ourselves from the tyranny of the Evanurus. You are safe here, both those of flesh and those of Fade. Any who wish to help are welcome. The magic of the lighthouse will provide for your needs, see to your comfort, and even help you understand different tongues, for those who escaped here from distant parts of the Empire. Should you have any other needs, ask for the slow arrow, and I will help. Felisan. Felisan, I believe, is, he's referenced in other Dragon Age media that's not specific to the games, and he is referenced specifically in affiliation to Briala, who we know from Halam Shiral in Dragon Age Inquisition. Briala was then described in Dragon Age Inquisition Trespasser DLC by Solus at the end of the DLC to have been working for him, which means Felisan probably was in affiliation with Solus as well. Now, Felisan, I believe, has been murdered or has been killed in some way. I believe. Let me Google this because I don't want to get this wrong. Okay. He is a Dalish dreamer mage and a friend of Briala. He's mentioned in Trespasser, and he is referenced in either the comic or the novel Dragon Age: The Masked Empire. Felisan speaks of the distant past of Elvenan almost as if he had lived it himself. He has Valasleen and violet-coloured eyes. So his name, Felisan, means slow arrow, which is why it says ask for the slow arrow. The name is a reference to a legend about Fen'Harel, in which he is asked by a village to kill a great beast. Fen'Harel agrees and defeats the monster with an arrow shot into the sky at dawn that falls from the sky to kill the beast while it attacks in the night. Felisan likes to think of himself as the slow arrow that slew the beast without it ever noticing. So, at the end of, this is, I suppose, spoilers for the Masked Empire, Felisan entered a trance at the end to speak to a mysterious entity within the Fade. He informs the entity that he did not receive a passphrase from Briala to do with the Illuvians. Now, Solus said that he had trouble with Briala and the keys with the Illuvians, and he had to deal with that matter personally, which I think is the reference to Felisan. Every Illuvian has a key of some kind, whether it be a passphrase or some kind of other thing, as we saw with the Well of Sorrows. Felisan tries to suggest to this entity, which we assume to be Solus, that she be given a chance to try using the Illuvians, and remarks to the being that they are stronger, as in this underground sort of resistance of elves are stronger than the being thinks, and attempts to tell the entity that Briala reminds him of something or someone, but he is killed before he can do so. Felisan's last thoughts are of Briala alone and in search of her people. We don't know if this is a case of being killed in the Fade means that you are killed outright or made tranquil, or if it's a case of actual physical death. It's always been kept as being ambiguous. So the fact that Felisan is the reference here, the idea of like, you are safe here, and Felisan didn't know with whom they were communicating in the Fade, I don't think. So there may be an element of betrayal and regret here. That's huge amounts of lore. Wee woo. The Masked Empire is a novel, though speaking of comics on Humble Bundle, there's a Dragon Age and Mass Effect comic bundle if people are interested. Wonderful. Please, if you're in the Discord, Phoenix, stick it in the Discord. And if you're not in the Discord, message one of the mods. You can message it, whisper it to Rogue, and Rogue can post the link in chat. So yes, this has loads of things. It has miscellaneous. We have all about the world of Thedas, so this goes into so many different things. I won't go into everything right now because we'll be here forever. But for instance, we have the Imperial Chantry. There's lore about that to give you context. Lyrium, what lyrium is as a mineral and why it's important in the world. Loads of things like that. It also breaks down the different factions. Now I know my camera's covering over some of these, but we have the Lords of Fortune, the Shadow Dragons, the Antivan Crows, the Dwarven people, the Mornwatch, the Grey Wardens, the Elven people. Now, specific to the Shadow Dragons, we are a Shadow Dragon, so we have a tarot card about it. Now, it says here, on to Winter Templars. When one mentions the Templar Order, you no doubt picture the armoured members of the Southern Chantry, i.e. Ferelden or Ley. These Templars are trained to combat uncontrolled magic, blood magic, and the abominations with the goal of protecting people, including mages themselves, from the most violent manifestations of magical power. However, they also embody the Southern Chantry's control over mages and enforce many of its strict rules and regulations over magic in general. In addition to combat training, these Templars ingest lyrium, the mineral I was just talking about. This mineral, usually used by mages for enchantments and rituals, grants Templars the ability to resist and dispel magic. The fact that it is also addictive, chaining them to the chantry and resulting in paranoia, obsession, and ultimately dementia, is often swept under the rug. Yes, we've all heard about that dirty little secret. As you may have surmised by my use of Southern Chantry, it is not the case in the Tevinter Imperium. In Tevinter, we know that magic can only serve if it is allowed to flourish. We do not suppress talent, we nurture it. That's not to say we ignore the dangers of magic and what it might allow those with violent intent if not combated. As in the South, our Templars are trained to prevent the excesses of blood magic and to subdue demons as well as those inflicted by possession. But our Templars do not take lyrium. They do not enforce unnecessary regulations. They are not given power over mages, but follow the lead of our most esteemed magisterium. They serve the chantry and the people of the Imperium. I must admit, I rather prefer our way of doing things. So this is from a letter written by Lythesia Pallas, living in a border town in the Tevinter Imperium, to a cousin in Orlais. Okay. The Magisterium is the big ring that we saw in Minrathous. That's where all the Magisterium people are. Now, Dorian Pavis, his father was on the Magisterium, right? When Dorian's dad was murdered at the end of at Trespasser, it means that he's now on the Magisterium. But he didn't want to be on the Magisterium because it's all fucking corrupt. And they're big into slavery and it's all very fucked. So again, even with codexes, you're taking them with a small pinch of salt. It's what the chantry says. It's someone's opinion. It's this, that, and the next thing. We also have letters from companions and others we've aided, but we've barely done anything because it's the start of the game. We also have a Dragon Age glossary of lore, combat, and creature enhancements. Now, that's wonderful, because this will then help us if we need anything. So this gives, like, the Blight. The Blight is a supernatural force of corruption, disease, and death. Darkspawn spread the Blight, but it can also bubble up through the earth on its own. A Blight is an event where an archdemon awakens and ravages the land alongside massive armies of Darkspawn. Now, Dragon Age Origins, the very first Dragon Age, deals with the Blight massively. Dragon Age 2 deals with a lot to do with mages and Templars, a lot of that good stuff. Inquisition, the threat of another Blight, what does that even mean? The sky, everything. So the Blight has been a huge, it haunts the narrative massively because of, there have been multiple Blights throughout history that have wiped civilization and been massive dangers. So reading that's really interesting. So there are blocked off areas that I assume might become unblocked as we go, maybe? It might start to feel more like home, maybe? So... okay.
Whoa.
Look who's with us.
We're really in the Fade.
Land of raw magic, nightmares, and this, apparently. It's a lot to take in.
Harding thought we should talk about what comes next.
She's not wrong. But if you need a breather, can't hurt to look around first.
Nev is so pretty. Level 2. We leveled up and got a skill point. So this is the skill tree. We have 3 points available. But the thing that I've learned that is good about this is you can refund any of these at any time. It's not like Inquisition where that's what you've got. So this is Mage Core. We have the Arcane Shot. And we have the Fade Strike. Quick Recovery. Mana regeneration restarts 25% faster when paused by spending mana or taking damage. Staff energy generates passively when you're not in combat. Downfall. X plus Y while airborne. Jump attacks guarantee crits if the target is knocked down. You can even just refund a couple of points, or you can refund the whole lot and respec effectively. Amazing. Okay, Mortal Concentration. So we have these 3. We have Fade Strike, Arcane Shot, Mind Blast. I'm still getting used to remembering what the buttons are for them all, so bear with me on that. We're going to take Quick Recovery, I think. Can we take Quick Recovery? Or do we need to acquire that? Okay, we have Mind Blast. We're going to take Quick Recovery. And... Chain motherfucking lightning. Okay, that's map. So yeah, it looks like that. And if we don't like something, we can go in and be like, nah, I don't want it. Okay. Content marked with... Thaws. So, if something has a little time bubble, then we kind of need to do it, because it might expire. Look at this place. We planned a rebellion here once. Said we'd change the future of the elves. Throw off tyrants. And we did. Carista, how are you doing? How are you doing? I struggled with Dragon Age Inquisition. I found it personally difficult for me to finish it. Is this game worth a go? Absolutely worth a go. We have just finished the sort of opening prologue section. And yeah, it's much more action style combat like Mass Effect, or even on a much lesser scale, God of War, slightly. Now the path outside is fractured. It'll be hard rekindling all the Illuvians. Solus, if you see this, I'll be looking for you out in this world and in the mortal one. Don't cause too much trouble before I get there. Now that doesn't say who it's from. Use the capstan arms to rotate the statue in either direction. To enter the library passage, 3 pairings must meet face to face.
There must be 2 more.
That's good. I struggled with things like Final Fantasy, but when they introduced a hack and slash style combat in the 7 remake and 15/16, I love those games. Yeah, I think you would like it. There is a lot of lore, and with it being the 4th game in the franchise, there's a lot of but I think they have done a good job with going, hey, so I think this one over here is where we need to go to match that one. I think they have done at least a good job. I'm biased because I know the game quite well, so I'm going into it going, yeah, I know what they're talking about, yeah, I know what they're talking about. But from what they've described, they've kept it very need-to-know information, contextually setting things up. Oh, I nearly fell.
That's the second. 1 more to go.
Really pretty though. Since you quickly BRB'd, the tooltip said if you see the clock icon in a speech bubble, then those interactions will disappear if you progress, so they are time sensitive. Thank you. I saw them and then there was a big loud noise, so I had to go make sure everything was okay. Everything was in fact okay. Over here. Conservatory. Okay, so it looks like there's someone that wants to talk to me in there. We'll get to that. Really want to get these statues issues done though, so we'll do that in a minute. Looks like there's people that want to talk to me in there as well. On divine imperatives. The helm of the solar is destroyed. Elgernan's favourite torture is over. Too many agents have been rescued with their minds burnt out by that memory of an enraged sun. I feel a lesson here. The helm was not created to torment, but the Evanuris are not as we are. A god's ruminations carry their own will and imperatives. Memory bleeds into their icons and transmutes them as fire begets fire. For our Wolf Lord, who put so much of himself into his creations, what imperatives do they carry? The heart of a rebellion must remain hidden, yet the light of divinity is uncontainable. We must be swift. A thought lingers. Even as he saves us, what does he impart upon us? Reflections by Shiran, one who renounced Dernthal. Okay. I mean, that is a good question.
Okay, that did something.
Right, let's go talk to people now that we've done that little puzzle.
Wisps. Figures are in the fate, but I swear they're following me.
You alright?
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
Do I?
We're both shadow dragons and both from Minrathous. Maybe our paths haven't crossed, but I know our work has. It's a start.
And shadows stand together?
That's the idea. Cross your fingers it works out for us.
You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
Okay, so step one is figure out what we're chasing.
Right. And the 20 other questions that need answers...
That's step two?
I can see why Varric brought you on.
We've just got to start somewhere.
So we gained approval with Nev. So I think these might become their buildings, like their bases. So if that's a study for Nev, who's a detective, makes sense. What is Harding's? Thank you for the approval.
It wasn't supposed to go this way. What do we do now? What do we do?
Harding?
Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
I should be asking you that. I got you hurt.
This is a dangerous job. Everyone knew that signing on. There's so much to do. We have to keep going.
Are you sure you're alright? Maybe you should rest.
Yes, Rook. I'm fine. This is nothing. I'm just a little dizzy. I'll walk it off. Or something.
Harding, you can't just...
Oh yeah? Watch me. We need to get back to the ritual site, don't we? Let's stop worrying about me and go do that. Come get me when you're ready to go.
I want you to like me though. I don't want you to disapprove of me. But she's a heart. I have to protect.
So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey, Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks, we all did.
And now Solus is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is. Besides in the Fade.
Solus called it the Lighthouse.
He did? When?
While I was out cold. He showed up in my dream, and he's really mad that we stopped his ritual.
Good.
He's also trapped in some kind of prison in the Fade. Not happy about that either.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Solus can speak with people in their dreams. Even kill them.
I'm safe on that
Bella-san,
front.
maybe?
I bled a little when I got knocked out. Enough that he can gripe at me, but not enough that he can make my head explode.
So Solus is using blood magic, like any normal mage would to play with your mind.
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
The gods of my people were incredibly powerful. I don't mean they were powerful like a skilled mage. I mean they destroyed entire cities. They shattered mountains. So no, they might not literally be gods, but they're a lot worse than whatever you're thinking.
All right, well, we've stopped the ritual and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything, but we're not out of danger.
What do you mean?
Solus had two of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elganon and Gillinane, two of the ancient elven gods that Solus rebelled against. Solus warned me about them being evil, which is pretty rich coming from the guy who just tried to tear down the Veil.
You don't believe him?
No, that's the problem. I do believe him. He said they were horrific tyrants.
Tyrants so powerful, elven history remembers them as gods.
Solus says Elganon and Gillinane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have two. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that, without Varric. And you're still getting back on your feet.
I'm fine. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
We need to investigate. Figure out what we're dealing with before we rush in and make things worse.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
If Elganon and Gillinane are worse than Solus, we don't have time to waste. We need to act now.
We don't know what they can do or what they want. We don't even know if Solus is telling the truth.
I'm not saying we go in blind, but this time, if we see a shot, we take it.
All right. The last place we saw them was the ritual site.
The Illuvian took us here from the ritual site, instead of back to Minrathous.
Then let's hope it takes us back.
Harding, are you okay to go?
I'm not gonna sit back while elven gods destroy the world because I have a headache.
All right, then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
The Illuvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
Okay. Oh, there's a little sparkly. The Dreadwolf's Illuvian. Most of us have only travelled through the Illuvians at the whims of those who called themselves our gods. We know them as mirrors that go always go from one to another, a bonded pair linked no matter the distance. Solus has outsmarted the so-called gods. If we use normal Illuvians, they could track us to our lair. Solus has improved upon June's work by creating a mirror whose singing stone can change its tune to take us to any Illuvian and not just its bonded partner. Thus, we can travel wherever this rebellion needs us with no fear of pursuit. Travel is as safe as a normal Illuvian. If you have questions, ask for the slow arrow and I will guide you. I'm fangirling so hard right now. No spoilers though, no spoilies please. But I can't wait to see your face. I'm excited.
For all we know, there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that Illuvian.
If it even takes us back to Arlethan.
Harding, you sure you're up for this?
I'm fine.
Well then. Shall we?
Let's do this.
Forgot to ask, how's Varric? He's speeping. Speepy boy.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right, let's take a look around and see if we can find...
Shut it down!
I'm trying! It's not working! I can't contain it!
Strife? Irlin? It's me, Lace Harding.
Harding? What are you doing back in Arlethan?
It's complicated.
I can see that.
Rook, Nev, this is Strife and Irlin. Varric and I met them when we first started hunting down Solus. They're veil jumpers, experts in ancient elven magic.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down. I'm sorry, Tarith.
It's not your fault. Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's... Solus's ritual, isn't it? You all were supposed to stop him.
We did stop him. The sky's not pulling itself apart anymore, is it?
But
it didn't go as cleanly as we hoped. Solus got pulled into the Fade and two somethings got pulled out. Or someones, I mean. Two of the Evanuris, Elganan and Gillinane.
Mathalanast.
the elven gods of old, the Evanuris.
If they truly have returned,
Then things just got a whole lot worse.
I was really hoping the Dreadwolf was lying to us about all of this.
He's the god of lies. But some things are sacrosanct, even to him. He might be a bastard, but he's a damn sight better than the Evanuris.
there's a reason Solus led a rebellion against the Evanuris, and a reason he imprisoned them.
But now they've escaped.
Tareth is in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of veil jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Belara Luthe. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifact it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right. Then you two get your friend back to your camp and we'll find Bellara.
Harding, I need you to stay with Strife and Eolin, all right?
What? No, I'm coming with you.
You're a great shot, Harding. You can help the Veil Jumpers here. They need you.
Fine. Since they need me.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper Camp. It's just south of here.
Bellara's out near some elven ruins to the west. At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook. And thank you.
Big ol' switcheroo. Oh, that's really pretty.
Is it me, or is there something strange about this fog?
I've never seen fog like this. Something's not right.
Oh, there's a little guy.
So that suit of armor is moving. We're not alone. Not too bad. Lucky shot.
Gotcha. Oh, people.
Where'd you come from?
Bellara? Bellara Luther. Strife and Eolin sent us to find you.
Who are you, exactly?
Call me Rook.
Nev Gallus.
Wait, I know that name. But protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me. I've only been gone 3 days.
Well, the situation's changed. For the worse, unfortunately. Our gods, Elganon and Gillinane, they've escaped from Fen'Harel's prison. And by all accounts, they want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse. Okay, wait. I need a second.
Let me see who the voice actor is for you. Also, hi Teddy, how are you? The voice actor for Bellara is Ji Young Han. They were in Anthem, and they were in Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts, the 2020 animated show. I believe that Erika Ishii is one of the other Rook voices, so not the Rook I chose.
I've had a couple of days and I'm still trying to work my head around it.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what exactly?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here, a couple there. Then, a couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
Think I prefer to stay in one piece, yeah.
Right, me too. But I think I can find a way out. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it, safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I sure hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
I love her. But Lara just sounds so close to the character she's played in her guest, but yeah, she does. She really does. I see it. What's up here?
Odd to find a camp this far out.
We've got camps all over Arlathan. The Veil Jumpers do, I mean. Never really know when or where the magic's gonna start going wild.
Bear carving. Valuables can be sold to vendors, and they can also increase the strength of your allies. Ooh. Birds. It's just so pretty. I was worried with how fast we met Belara that I was like, wait, is that it? But no, we get more to do, more to explore, so I'm happier.
I've been trying to get to the artifact at the center of the bubble, but these magical constructs keep getting in the way.
A few dozen demons shouldn't be a problem.
Spirits, not demons. They're animating those suits of armor. The armor's attuned to the artifact to protect it from threats.
Ah, and I'm guessing it sees us as threats.
God, it looks really good. I can't believe this is low graphics. Like, I'm really struggling to believe this is low graphics. This is low graphics. I'm shooketh. I know there'll be people that can see things that are like, you can tell that that's low graphics. I'm sure you can tell. I can't. Oh, wow. And the little butterflies. I can. I knew you could, Pet. I knew you could.
That's the edge of the bubble. Can't pass through it. We need to shut down the artifact first.
What's this? Truffles. 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 And we're looting. There's loads of different kind of loot types. It's not just finding money, which I'm enjoying. Still much higher quality than most games. Low graphics though. Oh my god, yeah.
Is that water just swirling into the air?
We call that kind the whirlpool. The anomaly, I mean. Never seen one this size, though.
A nug carving. Oh, there's stuff over here. How dust one? Can we get to that? Barely legible note. Construct broke my leg. Veridan took a blade to the gut. We can hear them above us on the bridge. Once they leave, we'll make a break for it. They can't wait for us forever, right? Nug meat. Valuable. So there's these little notes. We don't know who they're from, but it seems like someone else has been roaming around. The skeletons definitely suggest they made a break for it. Yep. Parkour. There's nugs. Pretty little nugs. And more truffles? Did they respawn or did I just miss them the first time? Probably that. So that would be the bubble bit. So we need to go... I'm sorry, I don't mean to be taking a super long time. I'm just exploring. Truffles! Shiny apple.
Demons! Right where we need to go.
Then let's deal with them quick.
Companion abilities. Use RB and select a companion's ability. Each companion has their own special ability that can be selected from the list.
How's that? Nice move.
Using ability shortcuts when using still getting to grips with combat, so if you see me taking needless attacks and damage...
Let's go, lesbians! Let's go, lesbians!
Ignore me, I'm getting used to it. It's a very different combat style.
Any ideas on what the artifact we're looking for might be?
I have a couple of theories, but nothing definite. We might find some clues in the ruins, though.
Breaking everything. I believe you just leveled up if you missed it. Oh. Oh, I did. Mage Core. Mage Strike. Staff energy regenerates passively when you're not in combat. Let's do that. We should probably save as well. Oh, this UI is nice. It's very good. I like it. Right, we need to save the Wawa Weewa. The Wawa Weewa has been saved. No getting to level 15 without more powers this time. Oh my god, Inquisition, you will always be famous. You said Wawa Weewa. I thought it was just a vocal stem. No, I always name my saves after silly things I say. I think I have a BG3 save called Good Golly Miss Molly.
I don't usually see elven ruins that haven't been picked over.
Ooh. Jumpers, deft leathers.
Not many people come this far into Arleth. Then, just veil jumpers mostly.
And people trying to save the world, apparently.
Do you know what this place was?
Could have been a temple, could have been where they stored food. But judging by the sentinels, it's probably something important.
You would think so, Balara. I like your thinking.
It almost feels like an armory. Or something like that.
Maybe.
Why would there be an armory this far out?
Warlords. Ancient elves had a lot of them.
This man just kicked that chest open, and I'm being respectful about it. Oh no, you can fully be thirsty over my gorgeous, gorgeous rook. She's everything. Oh.
Well, isn't this a sight?
Wait. Is this? No! It can't be. Not here.
Can't be what?
We have to get over there. The artifact we're looking for must be inside.
Can you explain more though, Balara? Because I'm... say more words. Or info dump if you must. Why more word when less word just good? Can we get more? Yes. I want this stuff. I'm going to break everything in sight. Just to say that I did. Nothing in there. Entering a ruins.
No way across. Think we can make the jump?
Oh, no, we can make a bridge. There should be a power crystal somewhere nearby.
I'm guessing it's this.
Got it. Bring it over here and slot it in. And there we go. Easy.
Wow, isn't that something?
A bridge. A brig. No, they're so pretty. Oh, come back. Oh no.
A resonance amplifier. It's drawing magic from the ring temple to this area. I need to shut it down before we can go up the path. But doing that will attract anything nasty that's hanging around.
We're ready.
Warning. Use B to dodge. An indicator around your head will flash when there's an incoming melee attack. Dodge or defend to avoid taking damage. That would have been so good to know.
Ready if you are. Done. We're under fire.
Ow.
Never doubt Valara. Got company.
That's the last of the magic energy. Path should be clear ahead.
But I want to go see if anybody dropped anything. Some of the tutorials are a bit delayed. I get they don't want to just dump all the controls on you, but like, some things would have been great to know sooner. Imperial Weave. I'm just gonna stand on it till it breaks. Okay, so that seems to be working again. Thanks, Valara. Is there no rolling? As in, like, tuck and rolls? No, there doesn't seem to be. I know that there's sprint, jumping. I am slowly getting to grips with the combat system, but no doubt it'll take me probably the entire game. You'd think after 10 years they would add rolling if they're gonna have breakable containers. You would think. Just doing the big explores.
So you're really Nev Gallus? The detective from Minrathis?
Last time I checked.
I've read about you. You've gone after some powerful mages before, but Fen-Harel? The real Fen-Harel?
And now Elganon and Gillenane, apparently.
My actual gods are out there trying to end the world, and Nev Gallus is on the case. I can't believe it.
I feel like Balara's gonna get her heart broken about the gods, just based on that sentiment. My actual gods. The way she said that, I was like, you're about to get your heart broken, girlie. There's Sentinel at the door. Sentinel at the door, just saying. Yep.
Damn! Another Sentinel construct. We'll have to take it down.
Whoa, that's a lot of damage. So you can dodge. Oh, that's useful.
Okay, easy enough. But watch out. Whenever you see one, there's more nearby.
Truffles.
Someone met a bad end here.
Even mages have trouble with the artifacts here.
A Weatherstone note. We have found the Usurper's archive spirit. It is not the Dreadwolf's creation as we surmised, but another's. You can guess whose. Removing it could be risky, but leaving it equally so. So I await your orders, Lord Elgarnan. Captain Athnara.
They expect them to work like, normal magic. But they're different. The magic's more alive somehow.
So there's gonna be people that are pro Elgarnan and Gillenane, I'm assuming, probably. Probably definitely. But still believe all the propaganda against the Dreadwolf. I'm just exploring, don't mind me. Before we go in.
Seeing these kinds of ruins never gets old.
Anything here that can help you piece together what exactly that artifact is?
I have a theory, but we're miles away from where that artifact should be.
Twist of the Veil Mage Knife. pretty. That's a lot of sentinels in a very small room. It automatically beeps blue in the top right when you're near a chest and automatically marks the chest on the minimap when you get close enough. Ooh. You gonna wake up?
These constructs! It means I was right. Right about what? About where we are. It's an armory. And I think I know what the artifact is.
Yum, 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 yum. Ow.
Let's go again.
So you can stagger if you parry it? And you have parry in this?
Beat the odds there.
Whoa. I parried it with my dagger. My little mage dagger. And it went well. Enjoyed that. It actually took me a while to notice when it let you know when you were near a chest. Yeah, I've not really been looking at the minimap, which I probably should have. Can I move the minimap?
So if this is an armory, what sort of artifact are we finding? A weapon?
An archive spirit.
A what?
A creature of the Fade, bound to a crystal. Our ancestors used them to store knowledge and to help them dream.
Okay. We saw something like that in the Trespasser DLC, but I wonder if it'll look different. It probably will. If it's even the same kind of thing that I'm thinking of. Just watching you use the orb and dagger makes me want to do a mage run, but I need to be good and finish my current run first. Woo! It's very fun.
Yep.
Dark spawn? Oh, hiya!
Methalinast. Darkspawn.
That's got it.
Careful! Left!
Whoa, they are quite strong actually when you think about it.
Darkspawn. Here. I never would have believed it. Until today.
Nice. They were really strong. Shockingly enough. Healing potions, if you please.
Another one of those resonance amplifiers.
Get ready. Once I shut it down, the path ahead will remain blocked until the magic dissipates.
We've got your back. Can you take care of that, Valara?
And Rook takes that. Get clear.
I see that con was the dump stat. You don't have like stats or anything, you just get, I hope that you can get more healing when you level up, because you just start with 3 bars. Mother of God.
Got it. I've never seen Darkspawn this deep into Arlathan Forest before. As far as I know, it's never happened.
Could the Elven Gods be commanding the Darkspawn? Solus did say they were blighted.
You saw those Darkspawn, though? Something was different about them.
And we'll stop them. Once we get out of this bubble.
Right. Let's get to that central temple.
There are ways to increase your health stat. I won't say how though. Okay. It might be in the... maybe in the level up skill tree, maybe? Healing potions. Maybe we'll find out. We'll probably find out more as we go. We're still very early. Looks like Valara has a healing ability. Instantly restores health. Oh, that's good. Oh, piss. Well, thank you. What that is. I'm scared to touch it in case it hurts me.
The wall looks weak here. I bet we could break it somehow.
Oh. Yeah, probably. Oh.
I wonder if that ballista could smash through this wall. More Darkspawn, right where you broke that wall.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh my goodness. Oh, so that... Oh no. I died. It's difficult. Okay. I'm gonna go into the settings, and you're not allowed to be mean to me. I'm gonna put the difficulty down. I'm a baby. I just want to play the game. I don't want to die. I'm a baby.
More darkspawn, right where you broke that wall.
Damage yourself, but it was worth it. Please don't die. Please don't die. Only if you were doing a hardcore run would I. Yeah. I'm back, but I'm on my phone for now. No worries, my love. Thank you for being here. I missed the loot on the floor. Gnarled talon and gold. Stunning. Those are difficult enemies. Because they rush at you. Gotta get food before I go back to my computer, because I know once I sit back down I'm not moving. Valid. Go! Always believe in your soul. You got the power to know you're indestructible. I have a scary and terrifying theory about those darkspawn that's really sad. Healing potions like yesterday.
And another resonance amplifier.
Should be the last one, I hope.
Fingers crossed.
Barrier's down. We're close. I can feel it.
That went well. This looks all blighted. Ugh. I don't like it.
Have you noticed something about the blight? Where it is, I mean? It's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic.
Stench of decay fills the air. The Evanurus now wield power beyond anything I've seen. Their magic is fueled by corruption and death, and creeps even now into the stones. We cannot outlast this stench. Oh, piss. making sure I hadn't missed anything. Oops.
If that building's what I think it is, then the alignment means we're here. This is it. This is where it was kept.
Where what was kept?
The archive spirit, or as the ancient elves called it, the Nodus Sturthalin. It means the inevitability of knowledge.
Why is it called that?
I don't know, actually. The notes were never very clear on that, but I plan to find out.
Oh, big construct.
More constructs ahead.
The inner sanctum. We're getting closer.
That's very, that move is very, Pyramid Head. Construct plating and gold. Pet! I've got construct plating! Pet! Pet loves constructs. Gimme! Did that just knock at me?
Looks like this door is going to need a second power crystal.
Then let's go find one.
Veil Song, common arcane orb. I've got a green necrotic orb. Right, so we want something to open that door. It's like there's something up here. No? Yes? I do like that you can look at and choose whether to equip new gear or not right away. Yeah, I agree. it makes it feel, because I'll forget.
There has to be another one of those power crystals around here somewhere. Another ballista. I bet we could use it to break through that wall.
What wall? That wall? What wall? This wall? Oh, piss. All damage. I like being up close and hitting them. B has the 3060 if I'm right. Yes, I do. A 3070 is also good, yeah. If the specs thing below in the video is up to date, yes. Yes, I have the Nvidia RTX 3060. The GeForce RTX 3060. This one because we don't need this anymore. I have a 3070, unfortunately. My PC is a pre-built model and has shit cooling, so my graphics card is having a really chill time. And mine is also pre-built, but I'm quite lucky that my pre-build has been really, really good.
We did it! All that's left is the Nodus Thalin. I have so many questions for it.
You're going to ask it questions?
It's an archive spirit.
You'll see.
Flame branch. So, the Blight is back. And everybody seems very calm about this. Goodness knows I wouldn't be. All I know is that when I checked whether my specs would work, the site said I was well within the range for the game working. Yeah. This feels like a boss room, and I don't like it.
Okay, here it is. The Nodus Thalin.
So we take it and we're good, right? We can head back?
Oh, I wish. No, it's a lot trickier than that.
As if darkspawn demons and animated suits of armor aren't tricky enough.
Nothing's ever easy, is it? So, what makes this tricky?
If I remove the artifact the way I'd usually do it, it'll explode and take out half of Arlathan with it. Good news is, I think I can shunt the energy somewhere else. Okay, here we go. The way the magic is pulsing, I've never seen this before. It's almost like it's breathing.
Balara, Balara! Look behind you. Oh, not this.
Ogre! That's an ogre!
Oh, my lord. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay, you can easily stun it if you parry. Oh my god. Press L and R to use your ultimate ability. Build your ultimate meter by damaging enemies. Once full, press L and R to unleash a devastating ultimate.
Wasn't expecting to fight an ogre today. Then again, I also didn't expect to learn that my gods are rampaging around and trying to end the world. Just one of those days. Okay. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Ooh. No. That's good. I think. Oh.
What does that crystal do?
Keeps the artifact powered. Focuses the ambient magical energy. That's why these things still work, thousands of years later. Oh. No, you don't.
Sulanan, Vir Sulevanan, and Asal Dirthara.
Well then.
I am the Nadas Dirthalan.
Right, I have questions.
I am the Nadas Dirthalan. What do you...
Where'd the spirit go? The Nodus Dathalan, I mean.
It went back into the crystal, but the crystal's broken. Until I fix it. It's kind of my thing, fixing magical stuff.
But you just broke it. You just pulled it from the stone.
Strife and Irulan will want to know about this. And the Blight, and the Darkspawn. Let me know when you're ready to head to the Veil Jumper camp.
We leveled up. We killed a fucking ogre. Belara level 2, 2 skill points. Bond level up? Heck yeah.
Ready to go?
Let's look around a little more.
Okay, companions. Camping gear. Okay. We're gonna take Fade Strike. You use BB and then X or Y to unleash Fade Step attack. I am really enjoying the Spellblade for melee enemies and then for mass attack enemies and range stuff. An area of effect, the staff is better, but it's really good how you can switch between them. So we are level 1 and level 1 with these two, and we're level 2 with Belara. Love rogue combat. I don't think there's anywhere. Can we jump up here? No? Yes? No? Yes? No. Wrap up any unfinished business. I don't know. I don't think we can go anywhere else. Potions are full. We've leveled up. Can I talk to you? No. Right, let's talk to Belara. Did you see the pop-up earlier?
Ready to go?
What pop-up?
Let's look around a little more.
I leveled up, I think. When you looked at Belara's screen, it said you'd leveled up with a companion. Oh! Thank you. Damage 25%. Galvanized tear. And like, oh. It creates a controlled tear in the veil, concentrated on enemies but sparing allies. I like it, Picasso. We've got time slow on Nev as well. Enfeebling shot. I really like that galvanized tear. Do we have that already? I'm gonna replenish this and get rid of the cooldown. What's this? Contingency. When you have low health, replenish automatically triggers if it is not on cooldown. Speed bolts. President Rose, hello, how are you? How goes Veilguard? It's going well. We have not crashed. Imagine they made her appear so soon because of her healing ability. I imagine that's what they... Yeah, probably. Also, it would make sense that she's close to the last place we were. I wonder if we have any skills so we could do that with. We have no points available. So I guess that's really good that we get to level up their stuff as well. You didn't have all her skills unlocked until now, so you'll be able to put any skills you want on her bar now. I like it, Picasso. Be bardically inspired, Crescent Rose. How was your day? I hope it was good. Right, let's get out of here. These graphics are insane.
Ready to go?
This is low. These are low, the lowest graphic settings in the game. The lowest graphic settings in the game. Lowest. 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 Mental. My day was good, quite tired after work though. I hope that you're looking after yourself.
Right. Let's get moving.
Come on, I'll show you the way to the Veil Jumper camp.
So we're heading to the Veil Jumper camp with Ballara and Nev. Harding also has a healing ability. That's why I find it odd, but I think because you can only have 3 companions with you at a time, and if you're recruiting people and one of them's going to be injured.
11 wounded, 16 on bed rest, and some of our most experienced fighters are still missing.
We're running out of Veil Jumpers. Whatever's going on out there, it's scary.
Dalish, 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 Dalish.
Jahel and Milva never reported back from Demeter's crossing.
There are 100 people living in that village, or near enough. You're back, and you're alive. Good.
We went for the shadow dragons.
Sounds like things have gotten a lot worse since we left.
Darkspawn. They're showing up all over Arlethan, attacking anyone in their path.
We've evacuated 3 Dalish settlements already.
We ran into Darkspawn too, near the Nodus Dirthalin.
Wait, you found the Nodus Dirthalin? The archive spirit? We could ask it about the gods. Figure out their next move.
Archive's broken. Won't tell us anything. But that doesn't matter. Any Dalish settlements we can save, we should.
So far, we've been lucky and arrived just in time. But given how fast these Darkspawn are moving, it's only a matter of time till our luck runs out.
Well, it hasn't run out yet, so let's stretch it until it breaks.
If we could predict where they'd strike next, we might get ahead of them. But so far, they've been unpredictable.
Which leaves us with what?
Demeter's crossing.
What?
Irulan and Strife. When we came in, you said you'd lost contact with Demeter's crossing. We could go check it out. The 3 of us, I mean.
You mean 4? You're not leaving me behind.
You were just wounded. We can...
You'll have to tie me up to keep me here.
I don't know what you're going to find there, Rook. Likely nothing good. But you'd be saving people, and it might get you on the trail of the gods.
Demeter's crossing's on the far side of the lake. There's a small boat at the docks. It'll take you there. Watch your back out there. And good luck.
Whoop whoop! Quest complete. With the team's help, Ballara disabled the artifact and freed them from the Veil Bubble. She also discovered an ancient repository of elven knowledge, the Nodus Dirthalin. While Ballara intends to unlock its secrets, she has joined the team as they search for the escaped elven gods.
Could we really be at war with
Okay,
our own
we'll
gods?
need a boat to get there. Let's head to the dock.
We aren't prepared.
You have been acknowledged as a Veil Jumper ally. Visit the merchant to buy new equipment and appearances. I want to do that. Where are the is this a merchant? Num 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 num.
What you... Bits and bobs for just the right price.
Sell valuables. I don't want to sell everything in case we need it. Right, what have you got? Concentration. Vulnerability reduces resistances to the specified damage type. Command, a companion, blah, 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 blah. Right, so plus 34. So it's a Balara staff. It does less stagger damage. Attack my target applies vulnerability to electric damage. Electric vulnerability is now 25% more effective. I bought it. And this is a Harding bow. I buy it. And then stuff that's like... We already have Veil Song. A 3? Come on, man. Ugh, we hate that for you.
And now that we've met, do your best not to die, yeah? It can be rough out there.
I'll try not to die. Right, so now we can go in here. And we can put in... Ooh. Oh my god, look at it. She's so cool, man. See the amount of the lovers reversed we've seen? That boat is massive. And this is Mayhem. I like
it. That's the plan. If it gets too rough, just come back and I'll square you away with better bits and bobs.
See ya.
The menu interface looks so cool. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really, really enjoying it. Scouting report apparition. Expedition scouting report, Veil Jumper Cada reporting. I was in the northernmost stretch of Arlithan Forest, trying to find a way into the Ginellis ruin. We recently discovered an old journal that claimed a lost Hala keeper found a room full of relics inside Ginellis. Be bardically inspired, rogue. A lost Hala keeper found a room full of relics inside Ginellis down in the labyrinth. The entrance was blocked by rubble. As I was getting ready to wedge myself through a gap, an apparition appeared in front of it. It seemed to be blocking my way. Whatever it wasn't solid, so I think I could have passed through it, but it seemed to be waving its arms. It felt like a warning that I shouldn't enter the ruins. I didn't argue and turned and ran. We found another one of those strange elven buildings, the ones with the rings spinning around them. This one was unique though, because it wasn't half melted. Not sure what kind of magic you'd need to melt stone like that. Not sure that's a question I ever actually want to know the answer to. I don't know why this one survived mostly intact, when the others suffered so much damage, but the alluvian inside was smashed. Maybe that was it. All that empty armour was pretty spooky too. Kept expecting it to jump off the wall at me. They are archive spirits, or at least that's what we call them, but they're not spirits. Well, not really. Spirits can think. They can act on their own. But these ones don't do that. They have no free will, at least to start with. If you have a lot of magic though, and I mean a lot of magic, you can kind of force them into shape. Give them a mind or something close. Do that and they can remember pretty much anything you tell them for as long as you need. Only supposed to be 7 though. 1 for each elven god. and they're all destroyed. So where did this one come from? And who did it belong to? Pet. Oh, pet. Pet. Oh, a rough card. But I'm sending all of my love. I was gonna say, yeah, I was like, that's a rough card. Whoa! Listening to you read is so soothing. Oh, thank you. I often worry it comes across as really monotone because sometimes my voice can sound quite monotone. At least I think it does. But I think that's part of just my unmasking. So I think we should, no, it's perfect, thank you. I think we should finish there for today.